Well, first of all, the buildings are too tall. If they're going to put a building there, I can understand that. But 22 stories and 17 stories, it's ridiculous. And the traffic flow around here is going to be horrendous. We have two side streets, Ironstone Drive and Imperial Way, that are now side streets. They're going to become main thoroughfares for people getting into these two buildings. And we already have congestion on those two streets, and it's just going to exacerbate it.
Terry Gibb is a resident voicing his concerns about the two towers that have been approved by City Council to be built at the corner of Appleby Line and Upper Middle Road. The Esso gas station is currently being demolished on the site where those two towers will stand.
The brown and the beige building that you can see in the background, that's where I live, and we're really concerned about congestion. We're concerned about power source for the electricity. We're concerned about density of people. Within this corner, within the next few years, they're going to be more than doubling the condo buildings and the occupants in one corner.
City Council and Ward 5 Councillor Paul Sharman have heard many such concerns about these high-density developments and would like to assure residents that they are listening.
Leading up to the decision, which was made by Council 2 weeks ago, there was an awful lot of upset community members who felt that this was too much development, too much density, not in a good place, would overload the parking in the area, all of which were very valid concerns. So when the decision was made by Council, we had listened and we had made changes to the application to reduce the density, to reduce the height on the East Tower, to increase the parking. And so a number of things that they talked about, but we couldn't stop the development. And then it comes down to the basis of the decision. Some people said, why don't you fight? And the question is, fight what? Fight who? Because in the end, it becomes a legal choice. Do we keep fighting in order to lose? Or do we just recognize the legal advice is they will win on appeal, and you might as well settle now and then let everybody get on with their lives?
The province has mandated Halton as a place to grow, and the City of Burlington is currently working through applications for 38,000 units. While Councillor Paul Sharman says high-rises are inevitable, he advocates for smart growth.
My big issue for our community is let's not repeat the history, the stories of the past, where we just somebody buy a piece of land, stick a building on it, and it would not do a lot for the community. It just made things worse. Made lots of housing, and we need housing. But now what we've got to start thinking about is how do we make this the most livable, one of the most desirable places to live. And in those buildings, there may be 350 towers coming. We want them to be desirable, and we want people to enjoy living there. And that's the task that Council has now going forward.
For more information on this development and others around the city, visit burlington.ca and search development. For Halton News, I'm Jessica Kading.